a key component to getting good at karate is movement, right? We need to be able to move, to be able to defend ourselves, to be able to fight. So let's work on some basic stances and some basic movement first. So we're going to start on a good attention stance. On this stance, my heels are touching together. My toes point out 45 degrees, like my feet are making a V shape, right? So, and hands are flat on your sides. Try not to roll the shoulders forward. Imagine you have a string tied to the top of your head, and somebody's giving that string a little tug up so that you are being kind of pulled and elongated upward with your shoulders back and nice and balanced. You can kind of feel maybe if one side is heavy. So stand in this attention stance and then take a big deep breath in. Slowly out. Your knees can be bent just a little bit. And feel if you have any tension. Maybe your shoulders are tight or elbows are tight. And try to let that go a little bit, but still keep your hands flat on your sides. Now our ready position is usually the next stance a student learns. Let's start by making good karate fists. Put those hands away at our sides and make your feet as wide as your shoulders. By shoulder wide, I mean imagine if your shoulders have laser beams pointing straight down into the floor. And there are railroad tracks right there where those beams are. Our feet would actually be just like off the side of those tracks. So that means inside of the feet to outside of the shoulders. You can imagine, though, your feet on tracks as we do these next movements because we want our feet to slide straight ahead but stay on those tracks. I don't want to have one foot over here to one side and then maybe this one goes over here, making my feet too wide or definitely not too close together. So let's start with the basic step. We're just going to actually take our foot and slide it forward. I say slide because we don't want to pick our foot off of the ground. We want to keep it touching. We want to keep low center of gravity, stay low to the ground. Let's start with our right foot first. So I'm going to mirror you guys. That means if I move this foot over here, I want you to move the leg on that same side. So for me, it's my left. I want you to move your right leg. So take a step forward. Slide up, 1. Slide up, 2. Up, 3. See how my feet are still staying shoulder wide. 4. I think we have room for one more, maybe if you do in your space too. Slide up, 5. Now let's go back where we came from. Keep the feet sliding. Slide back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. From here, we want to practice a little more advanced step. For some of you, a touch and step. So the feet are going to start in that same position, but we're going to go ahead and touch them together like a circle that we're making with our feet. Sort of like a crescent moon shape or a half moon shape. So we're going to start in the same ready position. Feet shoulder wide, hands are away. Start again with your right foot. That's your leg on this side if you're watching me straight ahead. Take this foot and touch the other foot. Now move it up and forward. So right now they're close together, but my heel is lined up with my big toe. Now it's going to go straight out to the side. Straight out. So I took a step forward still, right? I have one foot that's in front. I have one foot that's in back. Now we're going to bring this back foot up. Slide it up to the other one. Take a step forward, up, and out to the side. Slow again. Touch, up, and over. Touch, up, over. Now we can go backwards, try the same thing. Touch, back, and over. Touch, back, over. Touch, back, and over. Okay. Now when we smooth it out, you can feel the ball of your foot, that's part of your foot close to your toes, feeling the ground. Touch and feel. Touch and feel. Let's try a few of those together now. Start with your right side. Ready? Circle step. Circle step. Do your best to keep your head level where it is. We don't want to go up and down with each step. We want to keep that level. Circle step. Circle. Circle. We can go backwards too, right? Same thing. Circle step backwards. Circle step. Circle. Circle. Always finishing so I can draw a straight line between my heel and my toe. Some common mistakes, some students will take way too big of a step forward like this. So the correct step from the side looks like this. I circle. See, from the side view, you can see where my toe and my heel kind of are still in a straight line right here. Can you see that straight line? Circle step. And then backwards. Here's the mistake many students make. They take a big step. That's too big. We'll be way off balance, right? Sometimes students do, because they're in a rush to get good power in their punch, they'll sometimes do a big step and then a slide to make up for it. So they finish in the right spot, and that's good, but they didn't do it correctly on the way. For now, we're just going to do a touch and step. The big step slide, it's not totally wrong, but in the traditional basics, we're just going to work on a single step. Later on, we'll add that big step slide to get some more power. So once you have that down, once you have that stepping and that circular motion, and you get good at it, then we're ready to move on to learn how to get some good punches too. Before we can get a good punch, we have to be able to make a good fist and make a good weapon, okay? In Okinawa, there's this concept of kind of forging your weapon, much how you would forge a sword. Well, the first thing we have to do is know how to make the thing, and then we can start forging it and making it really strong. When we make a fist, a really common mistake that some students make is just to close their hand in whatever position that it naturally might close in. You definitely do not want to have your thumb on the inside. That can break or hurt your hand and break your thumb. When you make the fist, we're going to curl from the one finger down. Let's focus on just getting one at a time. I like to start from the top finger because I feel like these two knuckles, the top two, the ones we strike with, are the most important to get tight. So let's curl from the first finger down and get it in nice and tight. When you do this, you'll see that my fingernails are sort of hidden away right here. What I don't want to do is just make a fist and have these fingernails show. We want that means the knuckles aren't tight in enough. Curl them in from the first finger down, nice and tight, and we're going to put the thumb on top. We don't want to have the thumb sticking out too far either. See this protrusion right there? Because then when I hit, of course, I'm hitting with my thumb, and that's really going to hurt. So make sure that it's here. Now, not just placed there, but when I strike, especially when I make impact, the thumb tightens down. It squeezes down on the top of that hand right there. So we want to tighten it, squeeze. See how it's nice and flat here? I don't want to have any fingers protruding forward like this, right? I have a little bit off, or like this down here, fingers sticking up. Make sure everything is pretty flat right here, okay? And then squeeze thumb on top. Now you may know this already. There are actually two bones in your arm. There's the radius and the ulna that work together. They move a little bit. They kind of twist here and there on your arm when you rotate it like this. But those two bones are long like a rod. We want to make sure we're hitting with both of those bones supporting these top two knuckles in our hand. So when I make a punch, be aware those two knuckles should line up with the radius and the ulna, those two bones that are in your arm. So this might be an example of a way that you want to hold your punch to make sure that happens. The wrong way to do it would be to hold it this way. It's a very subtle change, but you can see where if I was hitting a flat, straight target, I would be hitting with the wrong part of the hand. These part of the bones down here, very easy to break. So you want to make sure that hand tilts down just a little bit and in, so I'm lining up those two knuckles. Later on in your martial arts training, you'll be hitting lots of hard stuff, like a makiwara, maybe doing board breakings, tamashiwari, and you'll feel right away. Those are good teachers to teach you to make sure you're hitting with the right part of your hand. Even hitting a bag, like the body shields you might use in a dojo, or a hanging bag, or even the hand targets can also help with that. That's really good feedback, especially when you're beginning. You'll feel if it's off, if you're hitting with the wrong part of your hand. Even those knuckle push-ups that we sometimes warm up with will help with that as well. So let's just practice starting making these correct hand positions. Let's start by curling from the first finger down, cap it off on top of that thumb. Open, close, open, close, open, and closed. Now circle the wrist a little bit, keep the hand closed, but circle, and now hold it in, tight squeeze. So the wrist can't move, right? It's locked in, and then relax, circle, and then squeeze. And maybe you can get that correct hand position too. Now that you know how to make your weapon, you're starting to get it forged. Now let's put it in with our steps that we learned previously and get some of our basic strikes going. Now that we know how to make a good fist, now that we know how to step, let's put those two things together to learn our first basic punch called a Chudan Oitsuki, and we're going to put those together with some stepping. I'll demonstrate it first just to make sure that you can see it done at full speed and full power. Then we'll break down the details. So from the front view, I'm going to start in that same ready position that we learned before. The feet are shoulder wide, 10 toes are forward. I'm going to take my step forward. I'm going to use this side to mirror for you guys. Ready? Ich, Di, San, Chi, go. From the side view, you can see the arm retraction. Step, You'll be stepping with your right foot. Ich, Ni, San, Chi. Okay, let's break down some of the details now. From that same ready position that you know, let's get all 10 toes forward, knees bent just a little bit, hands are away. Your knees should be bent enough to where if you look straight down, you can't really see your toes. So no long, straight legs. Make sure they're slightly bent. The weight's in the balls of your feet, especially when you're moving. Only set up before you punch. Now, we're going to take that same step we learned with your right foot, circle step, that touch and step, with the same side you stepped with, that's over here. This hand is going to punch. I'm targeting the solar plexus all the way out. Look how I'm targeting the middle of the body, right? I don't want to strike out here to the side. I want to aim for the center. If you're watching me straight on, just aim towards me. Then after I strike and when I make impact, I want to pull it back just a little bit. My body goes out, shoulders turn, pull it back so that my elbow is 1 fist length away from my body. Now leave that out for the second one. So I want to step again. Step, finish in a good stance. I'm going to punch with the other side, but I got to put this one away first. So put it away and punch out and back. Step, out and back. Step, out and back. You can double check yourself. Be your own sensei right now. Look straight down and just check to make sure. The lead leg, the leg that's in front, that's your hand that should be out punching, right? I can look down and check and see. How about going backwards too? So whatever foot's in front right now, let's step backwards. Step, same circle step, punch out and back. Step, out and back. Step, out and back. When we do our punch, notice I'm keeping my hand vertical, not twisting. If you trained in the martial arts, you may have learned to do a twisting punch. In Isshinryu Karate, we're going to leave our thumb on top and keep it pointed on top as well that whole time. Instead, we're going to get our power from this snapping motion on our strikes. Snap out and back on those strikes, guys. Okay, that's our very first punch. Get good at that one. Then we're going to work on second technique. We're just targeting a different area of the body, but the basic moves are the same. All right, guys, now that you know number one punch, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate it now so you can see where the target areas and everything are with a partner. So let's come on this way. We're going to start in that same ready position we learned. If you are practicing with a partner, make sure you get close enough to reach. When you get nice and close, about one of your own foot lengths away. Let's move a little bit more this way so everyone can practice a few times. Okay, this was the step right, punch right, punch. So we're going to be in the same ready position we learned. You're going to have your hands away too, sir. And he's going to step backwards as I step forward, and I'm going to punch, aiming for the solar plexus right in the middle of the body. We're going to step back again, same thing, punch, step up. This helps us focus on an actual real target, unlike hitting the bag. It's good to see that solar plexus, make sure we're actually hitting the correct spot. You guys just already learned the same upper body basic that I learned in my first class. Now we're going to do the second one, number 2 upper body basic. This time though is an uppercut, so we're going to be aiming for the chin. A little bit different than our straight punch that was towards the body. I'll show it to you at full speed and full power, and then we'll start breaking down the details. You can follow along. From the front view, ready? Ich, Ni, San, Chi. Backwards, Ich, Ni, San, Chi. And side view, so you can see the retraction of the arm, especially as I pull it back. Ich, Ni, San, Chi. Backwards, Ich, Ni, San, Chi. Okay, let's go through the details now. It's going to start in the same ready position that you learned before for number 1 punch. This punch is just targeting a different area. Let's take our step forward first. So step, freeze. Now turn this hand over. We're targeting the Jodan level, the high level. Turn this hand over on the side, the same side you stepped with like before. Aim for the chin, go out and back. This technique is called Jodan Oitsuki, since we're targeting the high level. Step, turn this hand over, put this one away, uppercut out and back. Step, turn it over. The hard part is putting the other hand away, making sure that it goes all the way back right where it came from over here. Step, turn it over, uppercut out and back. Step, turn it over, out and back. Step, turn it over, out and back. We can go backwards too, right? Circle step backwards, uppercut, step, uppercut, step, uppercut. Every time making sure I put this backhand away. One more time, step, uppercut. Can you follow along with me fast? Okay, let's try. Same ready position to start. Step with this leg first. Step, same side uppercut. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. Let's try backwards. Step, punch, ichi. Even backwards, whatever foot's in front is the side that is punching. Ni, san, shi, go. We got it. We have the middle punch. We have the high level punch. Now you're ready to start working on our reverse punches. Kihon is number 3 and 4. So number 2 punch starts exactly the same as number 1. The difference, of course, is that we're striking with the uppercut. So let's see how it looks with the partner here. This time, if you do have a training partner that you're working with, please don't hit him in the shin. So we're going to be in ready position. I start with my right foot, stepping forward. My partner can step back. We want to check our distance now. If I were really to hit, I want to make sure that I can strike through my target. But of course, I'm being nice. I'm just aiming for the chin and then pulling back halfway. Still finishing 1 fist length away from the body, just like I would without a partner. He's going to step back in. I follow, and we turn the hand over. Uppercut. The next kihon we're going to work on, the next basic, is much like the very first one, number 1. This one's number 3. It's called Chudan Gyaku Zuki. Gyaku is like the reverse side, so we're doing a reverse punch. It's going to start in the same ready position that you started with on all the other basics. So all the 10 toes are forward, the knees are bent, I'm ready to move. We're going to step with the other side this time. So that part gets a little bit tricky. So if mirroring you, if you're facing me right now, make sure you start your step with your left leg. So it should be the leg on this side. I'm using my right, but remember we're mirroring each other. So I'm going to go ahead and step. I want you to use your left leg. We're going to step and then punch with the other side. Notice whatever foot is in back, that's the hand I'm punching with. Then I take a step forward, step, switch the hands, punch. Step, everything else is the same as number 1, punch. The advantage of the reverse punch is it's coming from further away, it's a little bit stronger. It's got more distance, so I have more time to accelerate. Same thing going backwards. Step, reverse punch. Step, reverse punch. With good body mechanics, shoulder turn, hip turn, and acceleration, we can generate a lot of power. Make sure every hand is pulling back. And as you get better at these, you can start focusing on the retracting hand, putting it away fast, so that the front hand you can get a lot of power with. Now, number 4 of the kihon is Jodan Gyaku Zuki. So it's a reverse high punch, the reverse uppercut. So start in the same ready position. We're going to step with the, again, different side that we did on number 2. So we're going to step forward, step, turn this hand over, and then uppercut. Step, turn the hand over, uppercut, just like before. But now it's the foot that's in back that's doing the strike. Step, uppercut, step, uppercut. One more. We can try it backwards too. Step back, uppercut, back, uppercut, back, uppercut. One more time. All right. Now you're ready for these. Let's play a few games with some of our basic punches and the Chudan Jodan levels and have some fun. All right, let's work on the reverse punches. You have number 1 and 2. Let's do number 3 and 4. This is the time we're stepping with one foot, but whatever foot is in back is the punching side. Remember, the advantage of the reverse punches, we have a little bit more power too. So if you're working with a partner, you'll be in your ready position. This time I'm stepping with my left foot side. So I step left, he's going to back up, and I'm going to do my reverse punch with the opposite side, whatever foot side is in back. Then we step, he's going backwards, I'm going forward, punch, 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 one more, punch, basic. That's it for the reverse punch. Now the reverse uppercut is the same. We're going to be in that same ready position, nice and close, about 1 of your own foot length away from your partner. There we go. I'm going to step left again by doing the uppercut with the right side, aiming for the chin. Step uppercut, step uppercut, one more time. Peace! Practice those and get good at your targeting. Now that you know a couple of our basic strikes, we're going to start working on a few of our basic defenses. You know how to do our straight punch and the uppercut. This next basic we're going to work on actually involves that straight punch, but we're going to be defending ourselves against a low or maybe even a low middle attack. like a low kick or a low punch. It's called Gedan, Barai, Chudan, Seiken, Zuki. So it's going to start in our same ready position. We have to use our imagination a little bit on this one and kind of visualize and imagine an attacker or a bad guy doing that low attack. So let's start on our ready position. We're going to step starting backwards. And the reason we step backwards on these defenses to learn is to give us more time, right? More time. If we were able to slow time down, that extra time in a fight would be very valuable. Well, stepping back increases the distance that somebody needs to reach to be able to get you and gets us out of the way and maybe a little bit more safe to defend ourselves. So we're going to start in that same ready position we've been starting in, and we're going to step back. I want you guys to step back with this side right over here so that you can get the block on the correct side. So we're going to touch and step backwards, visit the shoulder. Remember, we're mirroring each other, right? So I'm going to do my down block and sweep down on this side, that Gedan Barai. Now, if you are mirroring me, this should be your left leg that's in front right now. Now, after I did my block, we're going to get that good punch. Step backwards, step, visit the shoulder, down, punch. As you get a little more advanced with this technique, instead of going shoulder and then down, it's going to be a little bit more circular of a block. Back, circle, down block, punch. Back, circular, down block, punch, and back. Good. Let's try just that block a few times. So let's start parry, low parry down. Barai actually means to sweep, so it's not quite a strong block or anything. We kind of want to receive this kick or punch and make it circular, make it flow. A little faster. We can cross the arms a little more advanced. Every time I put the other hand away, back to the belt. Okay, now let's work on it with the step again. So ready position, 10 toes are forward, step backwards, visit the shoulder, down, punch, step, punch, step, punch, step, punch. Same target area as number 3 punch. This is the reverse punch, so whatever side is in back should be the side that's punching. Whatever side is in front, whatever leg is in front, that's the side that's blocking after the steps. Let's try it full speed and full power. Here we go. Same ready position to start. Step back. We're going to step back with this side first. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. All right, we've got the low attacks taken care of. Next upper body basic you're going to learn. We're going to work on some other higher level attacks. Okay, next basic we're going to work on is the down block punch, but we're doing it with a partner, right? So I want to make sure that I have my down block correct. The nice thing about doing blocks with a partner is when you're in your ready position, he's going to be stepping forward. I'm stepping backwards with my right foot in back. Now, when I visit up here, practicing with a partner, not only do I have to get the right timing, but I have to also make sure I'm hitting with the correct part of my arm, the double bones. Then I put that hand away and then punch. Then I step backwards, he comes with this punch. If I'm too slow, I got hit. Yeah. If I'm too fast, I still get hit. He got me afterwards. So I have to get the timing just right and then punch. This also reminds us to make sure that we go past our body because your partner might catch you. If I leave my arm too close, if I don't finish the block, he's still going to hit me. So I have to make sure I swing past my body and then back out and punch. One more time. Here. Practice with your partner. Make sure you're hitting with the double bone and hitting correct targets with the perfect timing. This Kion is called Chudan Uchi, Chudan Seiken Zuki. And this is a middle block, so a bad guy's attacking to this middle area. Traditionally, with a straight punch coming forward, it can block side attacks as well that we cover in more advanced training. So right now, we're going to start in a ready position. And imagine, you have to use your imagination right now. Imagine a bad guy punching towards the solar plexus, the middle area of your body. What we're going to do is visit over here on this side. Just stack your hands up like they're blocks, like Lego blocks. Stack them, and then side block over here to this side. Make sure your shoulder is level with your hand. They're same height right here. The elbow is 1 fist length off the body as well. Let's try it again. So stack them up and side block out and back. So I go out, block, and put it away. block. If I were able to draw a straight line from my shoulder to my hand, it would be the inside of my hand to the outside of my shoulder. So I don't want it to be too far in like this, and definitely not too far out like this. It's going to finish right about here like this. So that, like I could slide a piece of paper, cardboard, on a straight line between the shoulder and the hand. So visit, out and back, visit, out and back, visit, out and back. Let's try the other side. Stack the hands up, side block. Stack it up, side block. One more time, side block. Now when you get good at this, you're going to get a little more of a turn on this one. And I kind of like to imagine that I have maybe a bucket of ice cream that's in front of me, and I have an ice cream scoop. I'm going to scoop the ice cream scoop into the bucket and then fling it over here, right? So it sticks to the wall over here. Now, the way I do that is by getting that snap out and back. Otherwise, you scoop the ice cream, it just kind of stays on the spoon, right? We want to scoop and fling all the way across the room. Just try that with me. So we're going to scoop on this side. Scoop down and fling. Scoop and fling. Scoop and fling. Scoop and fling. That gives us a little more power and snap. Now we're going to combine that movement, that middle block, the side block movement, with our basic straight punch that we learned in basics number 1 and 3. So our hands are away. We're going to get our ice cream scoop. Let's scoop together and block, and then put that hand away, punch. Now on this side, we scoop and block, put it away, punch. Scoop and block, punch. Scoop, block, punch. Scoop, block, punch. One more. Scoop, block, punch. And we're ready. Let's try it standing now. We're going to be backing up on this one, so make sure you have room behind you. So we're going to start in a ready position. 10 toes forward like we did before. And we're going to step backwards. Step back with this side. Back step. Scoop and fling. Punch. Step. Side block. Punch. Step. Side block, punch. One more time. Step, side block, punch. Okay, stay with me. Let's try a little bit faster now together. Ready? Step back on this side. Actually, let's step back on this side for you guys since you're mirroring me. Ready? Each. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Nice job, guys. All right, ready to move on. If you're ready to practice with a partner, you can do that now. Otherwise, you're ready to move on to new basic. All right, now let's put the middle block to use with a partner. This is a tricky one, especially with the timing on the detail, so we'll take it slow to start. So we're going to start in a ready position. You can back up a little, Mr. Business. We're going to start in a good ready position. The same 1 foot length distance away. I'm going to step backward with my right foot. This time he's stepping into punch to the body, and I'm going to do my middle block and make sure that I get it all the way out to the side. A really common mistake is to leave it here, and then I still kind of get hit or pushed off balance. You want to make sure your side block goes all the way out to the side, finishing as if the inside of the hand is lined up with the outside of the shoulder. Now he steps to the other side. I'm going to step and middle block over here, punch. Just like we practiced before, I'm doing the ice cream scoop block. So your punch comes in, I scoop and block to the side, punch. Step, block, punch, step, block, punch. Okay, try that middle block. Make sure you're hitting with the double bone. Have your partner go slow first so you get that right timing before you get going too fast. All right, we're going to work on some new basics. Chudan, Tegata, Barai, Chudan, Nukite. This has 2 new hand positions that you need to be aware of. First is a kind of a shuto, is what we call it, hand position. Shuto means knife edge or blade edge of the hand. So we want to make sure that we're hitting with this side edge of the hand, like a chop, like a judo chop, a karate chop. I don't know why they call it a judo chop. There's no real chops in judo, but there is in karate. We're learning it right now. So we're hitting with the side edge of the hand. And when you do this, you can feel there's a small bone right there, right on this side, more towards the back of the hand. We don't want to hit with that bone, not unprotected. We want to make sure you hit more with the pad of the hand. So when I do a shuto, I want to make sure on my block that my hand is angled. If I'm doing a strike to chop somebody, traditional strike, I don't want it to be at a 90-degree angle. I want it to be bent in over here just a little bit to the side, so that I'm hitting on this angle, so I hit more with the pad of the hand. When you do a shuto, make sure the thumb is together. The fingers aren't splayed apart. They're pretty close together. And you can tighten and squeeze, especially these last 2. It's going to tighten and compress this part of the hand right here to make sure that you hit with the correct strength in your hand right there. So we're going to work on our first block. It's called a circle block. It's the Chudan Tegata. So the Chudan Tegata Barai. So let's make sure that we're going to do our circle together. Let's open one hand. We're going to visit this other hand over here. It's kind of like our visit point, and then circle like you're waving hi to somebody here. And I'm making sure I'm hitting with the correct part of my hand right here. Defending against a punch. Let's try that one again. So I want to circle, visit, continue the circle, out and back. Circle, visit the other hand briefly, wave back. So the wrong way to do it would be to just raise the hand up, right? That's not it. Or have an abbreviated circle like this. We want to clear both sides of the body, right? This might work against a punch on this one side only, but this will clear both sides, right? I clear the whole side of my body. That's why we have these visit points like this side of the hand to visit over here and make sure that we cleared this other side. When I finish, it'll be level. If my hand was closed, it'd be level with my shoulder, right? But the hand is just turned and opened. But everything else is the same as maybe if you know the side block, it's the same as that one. So I visit, circle. Now we can try the other side. Visit, circle block. Visit, circle block. Kind of roll that shoulder in a little bit and then expand out. Roll in, expand out. Let's try on the count. We'll do this right hand first for you guys. Make sure you're mirroring me. Ready? Each. He. San. Chi. Go. Now the other side. Visit, circle on the count. Each. He. San. Chi. Go. Good. Now the Nukite hand position is the other new one we need to know. The Nukite means spear hand. So we're going to be using the tips of the fingers. And then what's key on this is the hand position to get it correct. Make sure that you curl these fingers in. You want to bend them in so that these three, the index, middle, and ring finger, are in a straight line. They're like an army of soldiers, 3 soldiers joined together. The pinky is okay to not worry about too much. Just curl that in a little bit. And all 3 fingers, even the shortest one, is going to bend in so that they all line up on top. And then that way, if I hit something that's too hard, they bend in this way instead of backwards this way. So I want to make sure they bend in this way. And tighten at the end. Make sure that your fingers are snug. You kind of can push against them. They're not just like weak, right? Make sure that there's some strength there, some resistance, so that if you do hit a soft target, even a soft target like the throat or the solar plexus or the eyes, that there's some strength there behind it, okay? Now, Nukite hand position. The rest of the Nukite technique, the arm position is the same as our basic punch. So I want to reach out, hit with that Nukite, and then I can switch. Nukite on the other side. Switch, Nukite. The Nukite is nice. It might fit into areas that our punch may not normally fit into, like sneaking in kind of under the throat at weird, funny angles, or attacking the eyes if you need to on a bad guy. Every time I do this, I want to check to make sure the hand position is the trickiest part to get. See the side view here of the hand position, right? So all 3 of those fingers lined up. So if I strike, I'm hitting with all 3 at the same time. A little bit of bend. My thumb's not too far out. It's all tucked in nice and tight. Now on this side as well. Every time I put it away, see this hand is put away close. It's one of the tricky parts of working these open hand techniques is making sure the other side is put away close. Now let's put them together, okay? So we're going to start with our hands away. We're going to visit, do our circle, open the back hand, put this one away, get the Nukite. Now this one, visit, circle, open the back hand, Nukite, visit, circle, open, Nukite. Okay, we're ready to try it standing. Shake out our feet on our hands. Now this one we're going to be retreating. We're going to be moving backwards like our other defending basics because we want to make sure we get out of the way and get some space. This bad guy, this attacker, is coming in for a punch. So we're going to go ahead and step backwards. I want you to step back with this side leg. So step back. Visit this one over here. Visit the hand. We're doing the shuto first. Shuto. And then open the back hand. Put this one away. Nukite. Now circle, step back. Visit. Circle block. Nukite. Step. Step. visit, circle block, Nukite. Now when you start getting better, you'll make this flow a little bit, and this is true for all of our basics. So if I step back on this side, the hand is going to start more during the step, and then it finishes right about the time that heel sets. Okay, now let's try it faster. Let's get in our ready position. Step back with this side. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. All right, now you know upper body basic number 7. Okay, now let's put this basic to use with a partner. This is the circle block, that Tegata Barai, with the Nukite. We're going to be targeting the solar plexus with the Nukite, so let's work on that one, but also make sure you're hitting with the correct part of the hand, the shuto, when you do that circle block. So we're going to start in our ready position. I'm the good guy, so I'm stepping backward. I'm retreating. We retreat to get some space, right? So here I go. I'm stepping backwards. He's punching. We're going to go slow in the first one. I want to circle block and get all the way to the outside with that hand, and then open the backhand, Nukite to the solar plexus. And we step, circle block, open the backhand, Nukite. Circle block again, Nukite. Now, if you have a partner, once you get practicing, you can also practice. Anytime you block with an open hand, you can practice grabbing the gi or grabbing the arm. Now, when I pull the hand back, I'm not just pulling into my hip, I'm pulling them off balance towards me, towards my center line. Now my target can be changed. I can strike the base of the throat now instead. A little extra application you can add in to get some more advanced training in. Jodan, Tegata Barai, Jodan, Zuki. That's our next basic we're going to work on, number 8. This set uses the shuto hand, and then the Jodan Zuki that you know from upper body basics number 2 and 4. Let's go over the shuto and make sure you know how to do that one, and just in case it's your first time. The shuto is the side part of the hand, right? The blade edge. Shuto means blade edge or knife edge. We're going to be using this part of the hand to block on this basic. This hand position, make sure that you're hitting not quite with the single bone. We want to have that slight angle, right, on this basic. If you know upper body basic number 7 already, then you know this shuto position and how strong it can be, with especially with that angle. So we're going to start in a ready position with our hands away just from sitting, and we're going to visit over here on this side, visit palm up, like your hand's flat, like it's holding a plate or something right here. Then we're going to bring our hand up, make sure it goes up, covering both sides of the head, blocks up, and it's going out and back. And I'm hitting with this shuto hand position. So let's try that again. So go back to visit, and up, go out and back. And it finishes about a fist length or so away from the head. Block up, out and back. One more time, up, out and back. Good. Now, this position, help you remember, might be, it's kind of like waving hi to a neighbor is the finish position. Not over here. Make sure you keep it covered over your head. Arm bend is about this angle right here. It's like it's pointing that way. The arrow of my elbow is pointing this way. Let's try it faster now. Up, up. Squeeze at the end. So you want to tighten these 2 fingers at the end of the block to get that power at the end. Make sure you squeeze. Really not just the hand, the whole arm should all be tight at the end, just like any of our blocks. Let's try on this side. So visit over here, palm up like you're holding a plate. Block up, out and back. Up. You can alternate these. I can block up and then visit over here for the next one and then switch up. And then visit, up, visit, up. A little more advanced, but a fun drill to practice flowing between those blocks on the same side. Now let's add in the uppercut. We know this one from upper body basics number 2 and number 4. I'm just striking onto the chin, pulling it back halfway, finishing 1 fist length off of the body. So I want to add it in. So I want to visit on one side, up, then turn the other hand over, put this one away, uppercut out and back. Then the hand that's out is going to visit for the next block. Block up. I can practice both sides this way, over and over. Visit up, strike, visit up, strike. One more, visit up, strike. Okay, let's try it standing. So here we go. Ready position. This time we're going to step backwards, and we're going to work on that high block together. So step back with this leg. Step back, visit over here, block up. Make sure the same side the leg is in front right now is the same hand that's in front. Then turn this hand over, uppercut. Leave that hand out while we step as a beginner. Step, visit, up, turn this hand over, uppercut. Step, visit, up, turn it over, uppercut. Step, visit, up, turn it over, uppercut. One more time. Step, visit, up, turn it over, and uppercut. When you get better at this one, you'll make it flow a little bit so that when you step backwards, your step and your hand movement are kind of connected together. So as I step, right, it's like they're connected with the string happening same time. I step, up, uppercut. Step, up, uppercut. A little bit faster this way. When you start working your basics with a partner, you realize how important that is. Let's try it on the count now together. Let's get it fast. So step back with this side first. Ready? Ichi, ni, san, chi. All right, nicely done. All right, now let's work on that basic, the high block with the open hand, followed with the uppercut to the head. So we're going to be in ready position. I'll be stepping backward. He's going to be punching towards my head. As I step back, make sure you visit over here the other side and block up. And we want to try to block and hit with the shuto, the blade edge of the hand. Then turn the other hand over, uppercut. Then I step back. I'm going to block up on this side. On this side, you can see that I'm hitting with the blade edge, the shuto part of the hand. Then I turn this one over, strike. Now, much like our previous basic on number 7, anytime I block with an open hand, I have the option of closing the hand and grabbing my partner. I can pull them down to this obi and then uppercut now. So now my strike can be maybe to the throat if it's exposed or still to that chin. So you have some options there. Practice with your partner and try to get to maybe some of those advanced techniques in too. Chudan ude uke, Chudan Zuki. That's our next technique we're going to be working on. High block and then a middle reverse punch. I think you guys will get this one pretty quick. Let's start in that same ready position, just sitting down. And we're going to block. When you do this block, make sure that we're blocking with the double bones, right? So we have, like on a punch, we have the radius and the ulna that are lined up with the top 2 knuckles. We want to use the radius and the ulna now to block a high punch. So make sure you're meeting 2 bones with this muscular part of the arm instead of like a single bone. We don't want to hit with just the radius or just the ulna. We want to block up and make sure we're blocking with the 2 bones right here. So let's start with the hands away. Let's stack the hands up. So we're going to stack up like we do on number 6 basic. Same exact kind of a stack. And then block straight up over your head. Block up right here. Slight angle. My thumb is actually pointed not straight up, but like, and not straight back towards me, but in the middle. So it's just up over my head, pointing back that way. So I block up over the head and I'm blocking both sides of the head, right? So let's try it together. So I visit, block up, visit up. I remember one of my senseis asking me, which part of the head do I like the best? Not just one side of the head, right? We like both sides, so make sure it's nice and tucked in and get the whole thing covered right here. Not straight up and down, there's a slight angle, so things tend to deflect or slide off of it and not just down and still hit us. Let's try a few more. Visit up, up. One more time, up. Other side. So hand over here, same thing. Visit straight up, boom, block up. Little snap out and back, so slow motion looks like this, fast like this. Okay, then as an add-on, we're just going to add on our basic punch like a number 3 upper body basic. So let's start. We're going to get to one side first. Let's start over here and then block up, put the hand away, punch. Visit up, hand away, punch. Visit up, put it away, punch, visit up, and punch. Let's try it standing. We're going to be stepping backwards on this basic like most of the other defensive ones. So let's go ahead and step backwards with this leg, step back, visit on this side, block straight up, then put that hand away, punch. Step, visit up, punch. Step, visit, up, punch. One more. Step, visit, up, and punch. Okay, let's try it fast together. Same ready position. Stepping back with this side first. Ichi, ni, san, chi, Nice. That'll protect your head against those high punches. You're ready to move forward. Okay, next upper body basic we've been working on is number 9. This is the high block with the closed hand, followed by the punch to the body. So with our partner, if we're practicing the style, I'm going to step back, right? He's going to step forward and punch towards my head. I'm going to do my high block and then straight punch to the solar plexus. Now this time the bad guy is punching pretty much straight to the nose. So I step back and high block, make sure you're hitting with the 2 bones, and punch. Sometimes when you're practicing with a partner, you'll find that your range, maybe it's too far away or too close, and it's totally okay to adjust your range to make sure you hit with the correct distance. This is the advantage of training with a partner as opposed to just practicing on your own. So now he steps, I'm going to get my high block, and I make sure my range is correct, and then get my punch. Step, walk up, and punch. So try that. Focus on your distancing. Make sure you have correct range. Chudan or Uchi. This is one of my favorite techniques. I couldn't wait to learn this one. So this is kind of like upper body basic number 9. If you know that one, if you know the high block punch, you're going to do really well with this one. We're going to start with the same ready position. Now from here, we're using the back fist, like it's called an uriken. When you do a back fist strike, we're targeting the bridge of the nose, and when you do this strike, make sure your wrist is slightly bent. If you do a back fist strike this way or this way with a flat hand, there's a tendency you might hit with the back of your hand, and that's not good. There's a lot of small bones in the back of your hand right here. So you want to bend this wrist, and that way we're making sure we're hitting with only the top 2 knuckles for more damage and better protection for ourselves. Let's start with our high block. You probably already know this one from the regular high block, so let's visit over here on this side, block up like you did on number 9 basic, the Jodan. Okay. Now, bend this wrist, get it ready for the back fist. Prepare right here at your ear. Now, when I teach this one, imagine if you have a stamp on your hand, like you're trying to get into on a ride, a roller coaster or something, or get into a special event, then you're going to stamp the back of your hand. So show that stamp towards this bad guy. Make sure they see it, that back of the hand. So the wrong way to do it is like this. This is the correct way here. Then I want to aim for the bridge of their nose. If I were looking in a mirror, I'm hitting for my own bridge of the nose. You can aim towards mine. Reach all the way out, hitting with those top 2 knuckles, and then pull it down. So I finish in kind of like a guarding position. It's 1 fist length off the body right here, and it's level with the shoulder right here. If you know the uppercut position, it's basically the same thing. We just still have that bend in the wrist, okay? So let's try that one again. So we're going to visit, same side, block up, bend the wrist, get it ready. Prepare by pointing the elbow forward. It's almost touching the ear. It's pretty close, about a fist length away from the ear. Sometimes when I teach kids, I tell them to talk on the phone right here. Make sure it's close to your ear. Keep the elbow up, because wherever the elbow points, that's where the strike is going to go to. So if my elbow's down low, look where the strike goes. It's level with the body right here. That's not what I want. If I go too high, the strike is up high. So wherever the elbow points, the strike will automatically, the back fist will automatically follow. So go all the way out and down. Let's try it one more time. Block up, bend the wrist, prepare, out, and back. Now we're going to add it in with our reverse punch too. So we're hitting this bad guy 2 times. So let's start on a ready position. We're going to visit, up, bend the wrist, prepare, back fist, put it away, punch. The hand that's out visits for the other side. Visit up, bend the wrist, prepare, back fist, put it away, punch. And we can just keep going. Visit up, bend the wrist, prepare, back fist, punch. As you feel more comfortable, you can start adding in some more power. Bend the wrist, prepare, back fist, punch. Also, as you get more comfortable, we don't want to stop right here. It's more like block, go right in to the back fist. It's been described almost as like you have a lasso right here. Boom. Kind of like this lasso motion. So you block up and go right into the back fist. Boom, boom, boom. Block, up, prepare, back fist. Get it fluid and flow. Let's try it standing. Also moving backwards, like our other basics did. So here we go, ready position. We're going to be stepping backwards with one side. Let's step back with this one over here. Visit this hand like we did on the regular high blocks. Block up, bend the wrist, prepare, back fist, punch. Step, visit, up, prepare, back fist. Still going slow for now. Let's try this one. Maybe we'll get the arm to flow. Don't stop it. Just flow right into the back fist. Okay. Let's try it fast now. Same ready position. Step back with this side. Each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. All right. That was our high block with the back fist and reverse punch. All right. Moving on. Let's work on the high block combined with the back fist and the reverse punch. This one still steps backwards like the rest, so we're going to start in ready position with a partner, making sure you're that 1 foot distance away. I'm going to step back, and he's going to step forward. He's going to punch with the right hand, and I want to block with the double bones like before, and then go right into the back fist, and then punch. Now, we're doing it slow right here to make sure you can see, but when you get a little better, there's not going to be much of a pause right here. We want to take this pause away. We'll do one more slow one, then we're going to start doing a little faster. And then back up. Okay, so now we'll go slow again, but I'm not going to pause so you can see the flow. I'm going to block and go right into the back fist and punch. So no pause. A little faster. Yeah. Try that out. Make sure you don't hit your partner in the nose. Be nice, but get that flow down. These next two kihon are a great drill for learning some body mechanics about the punch and about how to retract the hand and get as much power as we can. So number 11 and 12 we're going to do together. They're kind of related together, and they build on some other basics that you already know. One of the main differences is these basics, they're going to be moving in a forward direction. But before we start with the movement, I want to talk about how to generate some power with the body. So if I punch, and I'll show you from the side view, let's say I get my step. With the reverse punch, you can see real quick, I'm only using my arms right now to punch. And it's not terrible, at least I'm getting on target and I have the right hand position, but it's not as good as it could be. When I punch, I want to turn my shoulders and my hips so that when I strike, I'm actually doing a pushing and a pulling motion. And there's really a lot more than two things going on here, but we'll start with just the first two. And the first two we should know about is the pushing and pulling that the legs are doing. So my leg that's in front right here, this one is kind of pulling. It's pulling everything back. The leg that's in back is pushing, assuming that I'm punching with this hand, right? So this front foot right now is going to be pulling. The back leg is pushing forward. So it's like I'm driving that hip forward to get more power. Then they're going to switch. Now I push and pull with the other side. So every time I punch, there's this pushing and pulling that is happening. At the same time, of course, my hips are also going as well, but there's pushing and pulling that's happening with my hand. So as one hand pushes out, the other hand is pulling back. And when I pull back, I don't want to pull back just squared. Pull back to here and then square. So we can exaggerate a little bit to get a feel for this. Out and back, out and back. So this basic, when we punch, it's going to... And you can see the belt move too. If I just stand without moving the hips, without that push-pull motion, the belt doesn't really move very much. And so I can tell when you're doing that you're not getting the power that you need from the hips. Instead, when I strike, see the belt moves. It's kind of moving from side to side. You can see those hips turning. That's how we get more power in our punches. That's how a smaller person can use their body and energy correctly to defeat somebody that's larger without hurting themselves. So in this basic, that's the drill we're going to work on. We're going to start with upper body basic number 11. What's different from these about most of the other basics is we're moving forward on this technique. So let's start on our ready position. We're going to be stepping with this side forward first. So let's step. We're going to visit the shoulder like the down block, like number 5. Let's do a down block, and then instead of doing one punch, we're going to do 5. But keep in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep in mind that shoulder and hip turn as we do it. Now let's do the next one. Step forward, step. Visit the shoulder. We're going to sweep down, Gedan Barai. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. If you're ready with me, let's try it on the count. Oh, do make sure that every hand goes back to your belt too. Some people will get excited on this move. They want to do super fast punches, and their punches start to look like this. They do a good down block and then, right? They don't ever bring the hands back. So make sure you down block. Every hand goes back. Down block. Every hand goes back to your belt every time, okay? Also try to keep on target. Don't these hands move around in different directions. Those are the hard things to do when you're moving fast. Let's see if we can do it. Step forward with this side. Each. Ni. San. Chi. Good. Let's put it together now with number 12. This is much the same. Same idea. We want to get 5 punches, hitting the correct target, make sure that we're bringing the hand back, using the whole body to generate some power. But this technique just uses the middle block. We'll talk through this one a little bit together. So ready position, we're going to step with this side. Step, visit like the ice cream scoop if you know it, or you can stack the hands up. Side block, 5 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then step, scoop, side block, 5 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every punch hitting the solar plexus, same target. Step, scoop, 5 punches. Ready to try it fast with me? Let's do this one. Step with the side first. Each. Ni. San. Chi. Go. All right. Now that you've got this down with that power, you can start adding that same, going back to your other basics, adding that same hip turn and twist. Once you get it really proficient on these basics, even on just one punch, you still have that same twist. See, the belt still moves. You can add that to any basics, any chopping techniques, all of our techniques. Get those hips in there. Okay, now let's work on the 2 rapid technique basics. So we're going to do number 11 and 12. Stepping forward, down block 5 punches. We'll also review the stepping forward, middle block 5 punches. So we're going to start in a ready position with our partner, a little bit closer. And this way, this time I'm stepping forward on these basics. So I'm going to take a little more of an aggressive stance. It's more challenging, a little bit scary to move into the punch, but definitely more advanced. He's going to step backward and punch. I'm going to step forward and get my down block and then do, instead of 1 punch, 5 punches. And remember, we're focusing on getting the hip turn, making sure the hands go away on every technique, go way back to the chamber position. Now he's going to step back, move with a low punch again. On the other side, I'm going to down block and then do 5 punches. Again, down block. The hip should move. Your belt should move on these strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Now number 12 is the same, except middle block 5 punches. So I'm going to be in the same ready position. My partner steps backwards. I'm going to go forward. He's going to punch with the right hand. I'm going to do my middle block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you hit the same target every time on these strikes. And then do a middle block over here on this side. 5 punches. Middle block. 5. When I prepare on my middle block, look, my shoulders rolling in as my foot comes in. Block. 5 punches. Try that out. Make sure you get those hips moving. Kihon upper body basic number 13 is going to use a shuto. The shuto means knife edge or blade edge of the hand. And if you're familiar with number 7 upper body basic, number 8 upper body basic, you've done these before. But let's just make sure we're using this correct part of our hand, the blade edge. If you imagine the whole arm as a sword, this is the blade edge side right here. Specifically though, the shuto is this part of the hand. So this is the part of the hand we're going to use today. It's okay to have the fingers, a small space is okay, but we don't want them to be splayed out like this. Make sure the thumb is touching the side and the fingers are close, fairly close together, and then put some focus on squeezing the ring finger, the pinky finger down to tighten the shuto, the actual pad part of the hand. Anytime you hit a surface, if we imagine that I'm shutoing my own arm, I don't want it to be at a 90-degree angle right here, straight up and down. Turn your shuto a little bit to the side so that you're hitting with the pad, because there's a small bone right here that's in the hand, like all the bones in the hand. We don't want to break that. We want to keep those protected. So make sure you hit with that slight angle right here when you shuto. So we're going to be doing a low block. So defending gets a low punch today. So if I prepare high, we're going to shuto down, hitting with that blade edge of the hand. Go out, past the leg, and then finish just about in front of it. Prepare again, go out and back, visit, out and back. One more time, visit, out and back. We can try this side too. Visit, go out and back, visit, out and back. One more time, visit, out and back. Okay, let's add in a strike too. Let's prepare this hand for a strike. We're going to be aiming for the side of the neck right here. And raise this hand up, kind of like, whew, it's a hot day. Get it back though. It's okay if it's in front of your head as a beginner, but as you get more advanced, you want to raise this hand a little bit further back, and we're going to turn it over and chop the side of the neck. Finish it holding, almost like you're holding a pizza. Not all the way flat, but a little bit angled, right? Just like we talked about, because here's our, imagine this is the neck. We want to strike like this, not all the way flat and hit that single bone. So just a slight angle is good. So we prepare, shoot. Prepare, shoot. One more time, shoot. Now we can do it on this side as well. Hot day, whew, bring it back, shoot. Up, shoot. Up, shoot. And the force is going side, side, not front to back, side to side. Okay, let's add that in with our block and do these together. So we're going to visit at the shoulder, go down, prepare up high, and then put that hand away, shuto. Let's try the same side again. So visit the shoulder, prepare, hot day, right? And then shuto. Last one, down, up, prepare. Now this side, prepare over here. Visit, a little down block, prepare, strike. Visit, down, up, shuto. One more time. Let's try it standing. This one's moving forward, just like 11 and 12 did. So let's start in ready position. We're going to start with forward to this side. So step, visit at the shoulder, push down, finish about in front of where your leg is. We went out and back past it, but it finishes in front of it. And then prepare, shuto to the neck, the chop to the neck. Step, put this hand away the shoulder, shuto downward, prepare, shuto up. Step, shuto, shuto. Step, shuto, shuto. Let's try it fast together too. Step at this side on the count. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. As you get better at this technique, you can start moving the hands at the same time. I'll demonstrate for you, let you practice on your own, so I can step forward and get my shuto down as the same time this one prepares. So I can go, make that a little bit faster this way. So I go down, up, same time, down, chop. Speed it up for you that way too, so you have a higher chance of striking that bad guy, and it's ready to go right off your block, bang, bang. All right, let's work those shutos with a partner. We're doing the low open hand block and the high open hand strike. So the good guy's getting in a ready position along with the bad guy as well. The bad guy's going to be stepping backwards and doing the low punch with the right hand. I'm going to step forward and shuto, make sure I'm hitting with the double bone, not the double bones, but the pad of the hand, the shuto part of the hand. Then I prepare this backhand and strike to the side of the neck. Then he's going to step backwards, punch again. I'm going to shuto downward, prepare, chop. Step, block, prepare, chop, and more, block, prepare, and chop. Now, like we practice on the other open hand blocks, when he steps back and punches with that side, as I step forward, anytime you block with an open hand, you have the option of grabbing right afterwards. So I can grab, pull to the obi, and then that neck is nice and exposed for that shuto. So you can try that little more advanced version as well. Next basic is Uchi. I really like this technique. It's going to combine a block with a really good hooking punch. Our block on this one's going to be an open hand block. And we're going to be using the base of the palm right here as our blocking hand, not the shuto, not the forearm. We're going to use the base of the palm. So from here, we're going to open up one hand and push by. Open, push by. Open, push by. Finishes about 2 fist lengths away from the body. A little further out, that gives you a little extra protection and also deflects. It makes it so we don't have to push by as far. If I get out here more, I have all this extra room. And what's going to happen, if you imagine like a triangle out to that point, it's going to deflect out to the side and cover both sides of your body that way. So one more side, a few more times on the side. I open, push, open, push. Now this side over here, try the same thing. Push by, push by, push by. You'll be able to get a lot of torque and twist on this technique when you're standing. Right now, sitting, we're just going to get the details of the hand position. Now, the other technique that this follows with after we get our successful block is going to be a punch, and it's like a hooking punch to the body, the Uchi, big punch. Now, the part of the hand we use with is always going to be the same on almost all of our punches. It's the 2 knuckles, right? We just might change the hand position. Maybe it's straight on our basic punches, our number 1 and number 3 punches. We have the uppercut on number 2 and 4. Same part of the hand. We're just rotating the hand slightly so that way we keep the integrity of the top 2 knuckles lined up with the radius and the ulna. Well, on a hook punch, we do the same thing. If I didn't do that, and if I hook punch this way with my thumb pointing upwards, then there's a good chance we hit with the wrong part of the hand, the lower part of the hand, the lower 2 knuckles. Not a good idea. If you have boxing gloves, it's nice and protected. You have that cushion, not a big of a problem. But in bare knuckle sparring or self-defense, that's a big problem. You can break your hand. So we want to make sure that this time when you do a hook punch, we're going to turn the hand over. So this way when I hook, if I'm hooking, let's say to the head, I'm leading, you can see it, I'm leading with the top 2 knuckles. Leading with the top 2 knuckles every time. And not the incorrect part of the hand. We do this on certain other techniques, like an overhand right technique as well. We just always want to make sure that those top 2 knuckles are leading the way. Okay, so we'll work on that hook punch now too. So let's drop one hand back. That's the hand we're going to punch with. We're going to hook in. The thumb's pointing downward, top 2 knuckles pointing towards me. That was our hook. Now drop this other hand down, hook punch. See how this one stays down? Now I can alternate between the 2 and hook in. Hook in. We're targeting the solar plexus or the kidneys traditionally. You can also target the floating ribs on this middle level too. If you want to do high ones, you could also target the temple up high too. But in the upper body basics for your test, you'll be having to target the middle level, Chudan level, solar plexus, kidneys. Okay, let's add it into the block now too. So from this ready position, the hand opens, we push by and drop the hand. It's like a force field that pushes the hand off, like pushing that hand off. So I push it off and then punch, punch, 2 punches. Then I do the next block over here. Visit, push by, punch, punch. The hand that's down is going to prepare for the next one. Push, punch, punch. Open the bottom hand, the low hand, push by, punch, punch, prepare, push by, punch, punch. Let's try it standing. This one's going to step forward like some of our other basics did. So we're going to be in a ready position. Let's step forward to this side. Step, good circle step, open this hand, push by and push the other hand off. That force field, same feeling. And now twist, turn your body. Hook, hook punch. Step, open the back hand, push by, Uchi, Uchi. Step, punch, punch. Step, see how I load up, push, punch, punch. As I step, I drop this hip back, step, punch, punch. All right, you get a lot of power on this one. Try it on the pads if you can. Try it with sparring partners. You're going to have a lot of fun with your hook punches and in different ways to be able to throw those techniques. Okay, now let's work on the push-by block with a partner with those 2 punches. So we're going to be in ready position. He's going to step backward and punch as I'll be moving forward. I'm going to open the hand and push by. At the same time, my other hand drops down. We're going to strike the solar plexus on the first punch. So I'm going to get nice and low underneath that punch, solar plexus. Then the other side, this hand's going to strike, stay there please. This hand's going to strike back to, push over to the side, to the kidney over here. Then we're going to step, he's going to punch with the other hand. I'm going to push it by as this hand drops down and then strike solar plexus, strike kidney. Big step, push by, big punch, big punch. Step, push by, big punch, big punch. Make sure that you're striking actual target areas and that your thumb needs to be just slightly turned downward, right? Slightly on a downward angle so you're leading, like we talked about earlier, with those top two knuckles. The next technique we're going to work on, upper body basic number 15, involves defending against two bad guys. So we have to use our imagination quite a bit on this one. The first bad guy is grabbing us from behind. We're going to deal with them with an elbow strike. But let's make sure we get the details of the elbow strike correctly. So we're going to be I'll go sideways so you can see this one. Let's cross our arms, put this side arm on the inside, right? That way you can see. One arm's on the inside. The arm that's on the inside will always be the one that does the elbow strike going backwards, because you have more, it's just easier to get it in that way. Instead of going around your body, you're nice and tucked in on the inside. When you do an elbow strike and back, I'm hitting with the edge of the elbow, the point of the elbow, and I want to go back, straight back on this bad guy, straight back. And tucked in a little bit towards my spine too. From the back side, you can see that it goes back and like in towards my center line from the back. So the wrong way to do it would be out here to this side. This is okay. This is better towards the back side, in nice and tight. That's the first key. Second key is to make sure that your hand goes up here, up high in the armpit. So see how the arm is level with the ground, level with the floor. The wrong way to do it would be to elbow this way, where I have the hand at the hip. Make sure that the elbow and the hand are all lined up in a straight line, level, parallel with the floor, this way. Back, this way. If it's here, the force, you can see the bend, kind of just slides up their body on the bad guy. Make sure it's parallel, so all the force goes right into him. In. Now we can practice on the other side as well, so that means I switch my arms, because I want the inside arm, the one closest to me, on like a hug, the closest arm, goes back. Now, at the same time we do that, we're going to add in a block. The block we already know, it's the high block. We're blocking with the double bones, covering the whole head, and doing that at the same time we elbow. We're going to break it down one at a time for now, but then when you get good at it, we'll put it together. So let's put one hug arm on the inside. The one that's on the inside over here does the elbow back. So let's go backwards, elbow back, block up. Okay, cross them again, same one on the inside, elbow back, block up. Last one, elbow back, block up. Okay, now we do it fast. Elbow, block, same time. Good, elbow, block. We'll get it. Okay, now let's get the other side. So put this arm on the inside, hug it in, elbow, back, block. Elbow, block, elbow, block. Fast. When you do this standing, it might be a little easier to move and turn the body and the hips the way you need to generate some power on this technique. Let's try it standing, but we have to learn a new stance first called Neko Ashidachi, the cat stance. Usually when we stand in our basic stance, our weight is nice and centered. It's 50-50, so I have 50% of my weight on one side, 50% of my weight on the other side. In a cat stance, it's not like that. We're going to shift a lot of it over. We're going to stand 90% on one leg, only 10 on the other. So I'm going to grab my belt just to show you guys, and you can see where the belt knot moves. The wrong way to do a cat stance would be like this. So I need to move my belt back over in front of my back foot. So I just start in my ready stance. One leg is glued to the ground. It's not going to move. The only thing it's going to do is kind of settle down into it. This one will move. It's going to slide back and point to the side, 90 degrees to the side. If I were to connect the feet together, the feet would make a letter T. So it's not lined up with the heel of the toes. It's lined up right up with the instep, right in the middle. You see this way? Right, so they're connected. There's my cat stance. Settle down nice and low. So I go from ready, cat. Ready to cat. Okay, so from this view again, let's try it together now. Bend your knees, shift the weight over to the side, bring this foot over just a little bit, settle down nice and low into your stance. The feet should be about 2 of your own foot lengths apart. So if your foot is 7-8 inches, Your stance should be, 14 inches apart or so. So here's my 1 foot length away. You got to double it up. There's my cat stance. See where my hips are? Like here's the wrong way. I got to load it back up, back over here, and settle down, sit down nice and low into that stance. So let's start in our ready position. We're going to try it together. We're going to step, I'll do it sideways this time with you too. So we can step backwards together. So we're going to be in our ready position. Let's cross, put this arm on the inside right here. So we're going to cross, make a T with your feet, and step backwards, and then slide this foot back into the cat stance. There, settle down nice and low into it. We're going to elbow behind us, and then block up. Now put this arm on the inside. We're going to alternate, right? So this one goes on the inside, cross hug, put the foot down, adjust, I do a little cheek, adjust that foot. So the toes are pointing one direction, my heels are leading the way. I'm going to go straight back this way. The leg can slide back and go straight backwards. Make a T with the feet, slide back to cat stance, hips pop back, drop down low, elbow block. Elbows up nice and high, good strong blocking arm. This one goes on the inside again, right? Hug, put the foot down, little adjustment so I can bring the leg straight back. This back foot's like a door that opens for me. I open the door, then it slides back, cat stance, elbow block. Let's try it fast. We're going to do it on the count together. Okay, ready position. Put this arm on the inside first. Each. Ni. San. Chi. Go. This is one of my favorite basics. It's the first time I get to visualize and imagine 2 bad guys. So the bad guy from behind is trying to grab us in a bear hug. We get the cross. We bring the feet in close, hips, feet open. Hips have to drive back on the cat stance to bump him back. I bump with the hips to make space. Maybe it bumps him over like this. It bump over to get the elbow strike. So I make space, elbow, and then I can shrug the arms off with a block or maybe even block another bad guy, the second bad guy. Now the nice thing about the cat stance is not only did I hit with the hips, but I'm also loaded up and I'm ready for this front leg kick, the maigiri. Okay, on this upper body basic, you'll need your partner to be grabbing you from behind. So I'm going to turn my back to my partner. Now he's going to go ahead and grab. If I don't do anything at all, my arms get stuck down here. Grab a little lower too, like you would if you're going to. Yeah, this is a tricky spot to be in because I have these little short Tyrannosaurus Rex arms now, and I can't really do anything. So let's start back over. This time I want to get my cross when I feel that trap come in. So here comes grab. I want to get my cross. Get those hands nice and closed. We're going to drop down into a cat stance. Bring this foot. You're going to bring it in, and we're going to step backwards. And I want to use my hip to try to push back as I step backwards. Drive the hip in, and then you get your strike. One more time. He's going to go ahead and grab. I'm going to get my cross, close, T with the feet, make shoulder wide, hip bump, elbow, and block to clear those arms all the way off too. Last time. Yes.